Yeah. Why would you publish that when it's not finished? Hmm. Hmm. Jeez. Hmm. That sucks. Hmm. Well, oh. Ah, dang, man, that sucks. Your practice got canceled like this whole time. Oh, happy early birthday. Nice. Sounds like a good plan. Been wanting to make cookies recently, but I don't know what kind of cookies. I just keep thinking cookies would be good, but like I got no cookie preference. Coconut sounds good. Could try to one time. Uh, you and your mom made those like yeah peanut butter coconut cranberry. That was real good. Yeah, those were excellent. Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, what if you put dried cranberries? Because I freaking love dried cranberries in cookies, and it was a good idea. You're welcome, all of us. Oh, cool. That sounds freaking neat. I wish our schools let us have like farmers markets and stuff. There were like craft vendors and stuff there if you had stickers. I'm guessing some of the farmers like design their own stickers or something. Be fussy about these shoes. Nice. I was so tempted to go get some bubble tea today too, but I was like, it's not yet. Because due to an unfortunate condition of mine called I love my cat, I do not have a lot of extra spending money at the moment. And I have a problem where if I go to get boba, if I don't get like at least 3 different things added to it, like boba and pudding and red bean, like, and a milk cap, I'm gonna be like, what's the point? What is the point? I'm not spending fucking $8 on the drink. What's the point? That would be fun. Yeah, it could be cool getting some experience running a craft table. It's cool that they let the students also have tables out. And if you're worried you don't have enough to sell or something, you could get one of your friends in on it. Be like, hey, we can co-host a table, and then someone can hold down the fort while you go look at other people's tables, and then you switch off. Hmm. Oh, jeez. That sounds like a cool level. Ah. Uh, I'm going to copy paste this whole leg. Hmm. Oh, hell yeah. Pineapple overload. This sounds good. Should put a little thing on the side to show if there's a buckle. Eleanor. Watching you. Bah, bah. Mm, mm. I'm hanging out in the living room, and my cat's being all cuddly and cute. And the other little cat is staring at her like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up that old lady's day. Watching you, punk. Yeah, that's some shenanigans if ever I heard them. do some like color palette ideas for this. I know the general idea of it. Something on the way. Save your progress check. Cool. I don't know what color she wants. Oh yeah, if they have a, because they should have the coin roller thing. Come on. Come on. That's cute. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh, maybe you can repot the plant to another less desirable container. And then see how long you can keep the plant going. Use the container for something else. What? Oh. Huh. Yeah. Maybe that one will stick it out. But if you don't feel like dealing with it, it's like, whatever. I mean, I've had some plants that I accidentally killed by watering them too much. With a lot of it depends on like the type, but often if you just like stick your fingers in the dirt and see if the surface of the dirt feels dry, then they need water. But if you can feel like the moisture in the dirt, then they're usually okay. Oh dang, it was. Every time the Eurovision thing happens, pretty much I just look up some of the songs. Sometimes if I remember, or they get sent to me. Aha! Apparently they're having big time scandal. And I heard the thing about them not wanting to let the Israeli ones perform, and then we were talking about that on stream a while ago. Or it's like they didn't let the Russians perform because of Ukraine, so why should they let Israel perform? People are getting pissed about that, which makes sense. I mean, they should have a precedent. They're not letting Russia perform, then they shouldn't let them perform either. Hmm. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Hmm. Huh. Wow. Hmm. Yeah. Jeez. Oh, wow. Usually, all characters be super pale. I'm trying to make it natural Japanese kind of pale, hopefully. Yeah. It was just Golden Eyes, I forgot. Hell yeah. I love that someone with such a bold musical style is apparently very nervous. It's cute. Yeah. Mm. Rude. Like later in the day, if you want to stop by and say hi or something, hang out with Vicky's rowdy friends in the hotel room. Or just come chill in the lobby or something. Yeah. Gertrude. Gertrude is a really good name for a cat. I like that a lot. I think the glove should lag. Oops. Get son of a bitch. Yeah, a bunch of people remade Lily Leapers. Winter Leapers. That one's catchy. Oh, dang, cool. Good for them. Oh, justified. You do the stripes on the shirts. Mm. Oh yeah, feel free to link more songs if you feel like it. It's like, did you think I was fucking around? God damn it.
Okay, so in the video I put on my
What did I even click on? Oh, okay. Huh. That might actually be fun to watch. I'll save that later. What's this? Oh, yeah. If anyone else would like to... Maybe I'll look that up. Check yeah. Yeah, from what I understand. Oh, yeah, I think I checked this one out, or maybe I didn't. I can't fucking remember. It was Pedestal? This is by the actual artist thing. Flashing warning, apparently. Oh yeah, I like this song. Yeah, this is another D&D character. I think it's or maybe a roleplay character. I'm not entirely sure. But she essentially seems like an extremely 2000s emo kid character design, which is pretty fun. It's like going back to my roots. All it needs is 20 belts, but 20 belts wasn't part of the character description, so. Does kinda have Paramore vibes. But also feels like its own thing. I'm just trying to show different options for striped shirts and stuff like that. Yeah, the bad direction levels. Mm, mm, that one's pretty fun. It feels like sort of a classic kind of club song. And I bet these characters are the same distance. Okay. I think the red skirt looks like a bit too much there. It looks really freaking cool. It's up in the official music video. can look up that one after this one. More flashing. Sarda's voice sounds really familiar. Love the aesthetics in this. Oh, cute. I'm about to look up more music by Bambi Thug here. That's what was wrong there. That's going in too much. Love the witchy stuff going on there. Oh yeah, I think I already have that on my list. Check out more stuff later. Was it by this person? Karija? Oh, cool. Okay, so it was this Karija character. Oh yeah, I think you sent this last year. I'll look it up directly by the artist, just in case the other ones aren't. There we go. Available in the US. It's a bit flashy, but it's also like one of the most Europop things I've ever seen in my fucking life, and I think you'd be able to appreciate it. So I gotta try to send that to you later. Oh, thank you. Because I don't know how to pronounce the A's with the little umlauts on them. Thank you. Heck, I'll check it out later because I don't want to forget to check on the other messages. Now, I want to play this one again because I Okay, good. I'm glad you have Arizona teeth. That's very important. My favorite Arizona is one that I can only find in one place in town anymore, and I don't know why they only have it there. But it's the Arizona RX Energy, and it kind of tastes like if cough syrup was a soft drink, and I love it. It's my favorite. That one and the classic like green tea and ginseng. Those are my faves. keep making one eye longer than the other eye. Why am I doing that? Oh yeah, I like the raspberry one too, especially if I just like want something that tastes even more like candy than a regular Arizona. Oh man. Eurovision 2024 was the worst, but it was still pretty great. Jesus Christ, dude. Man, I hate it when you like really like something like a song or just a whole album or something, and then later it's like you find out that the person who made it is absolute garbage. Cough, cough, J.K. Rowling, cough, cough, as an example. And you're just like, man, I don't feel like I can enjoy this anymore. Because I'm like, man, I just feel betrayed. Why'd you have to go and be a jackass? Shallow lower lids that slightly tilt down. And then even curve on the top. Why is that so hard? Come on. Okay, close enough. I just need this for like a face thing. Maybe go do something else that's more fun than that. Guessing you're just on one of those levels where you're like, I can get to the next part. It's just impossible, but I got past the last impossible part. Bro, leave. Bro, leave. Bro, leave. Run. Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's annoying. Jeez. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah, if you're using like Spotify or something, artists get like nothing from Spotify. So at least it's a gold lining that if something comes on that you don't like or you don't like the person, they're not going to be getting anything. You know, I'm just having a bad time drawing and nothing is turning out right. Yep, that's how it be sometime. I want to put like one more color variant with the stockings also striped. Ah, yeah. I looked at that one and I was like, seems like a trash anime if I ever saw one, and then I did not watch it. Because I'm not too into trash animes. I like hearing people complain about trash animes. Oh. Like, when you said you made it, did you mean you got past one part and you're still on the same freaking level, or do you mean you left the one that... Why haven't you left? Aha, I knew it was garbage. Sounds like it could be a fun role. Heck. You don't have to watch. But I know you're a completionist, so you'll suffer through it. Good for you. You should do the same with that level. Okay. Now, there have been some that I've been on for a long time just because, like, I know how to get to the next part. It's just hard. It's just impossible. But I got past 3 other impossible parts, so surely. Aw. Hellfire. Yeah, the sunk cost fallacy. My rule is, if it sucks, hit the bricks. Congrats on finally getting there after, well, like half an hour or something. Rip. Amazing. Oh, God. That's funny as hell. I'm so sorry. Rip in pieces. I hope you get the rewards. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Skelby is hanging out on the other couch in here playing Fall Guys. And I was stuck on a really hard fan-made level and fell right before reaching the finish line. I got sent back to a checkpoint that was very far away. And then the game crashed. So they didn't know if they'd be able to get all the rewards for getting through a whole bunch of levels. Because they added a new feature called Explore in Fall Guys, where you can just play creator made round after creator made round without having to like stick with the same team or anything, or without having to go back to the menu each time in the discover area to do a new one. And it's really nice because you can just play a whole bunch without having to like wait for new things to load up, or without having to go back to the thing again, like I just said. And so you can just keep playing, and sometimes you get some good ones, sometimes you get some easy ones, sometimes you get the real try-hardy levels for the parkour players, where it's like, not everyone is like you, I hate you guys are the worst. Yeah, apparently they also got one that seemed like it was not even finished. And sometimes, like, I got several earlier that actually were really good. Like, with a bit of polishing, they could be proper Fall Guys levels. What time is it? Almost 12? Okay. I'm not sure. Okay. What was it? I may call this one a little bit early. Because I meant to start a bit earlier, but then I just wasn't feeling too good. But I was like, I want to work on this today, so. But I gotta get up tomorrow because we're gonna go to the Natural History Museum. I'm gonna bring my sketchbook and try to sketch some dinosaur bones because I think that would be fun. Oh, right, I accidentally. Fuck, well. It'll be the same. Ah, hello. What's up? Hope y'all are doing good tonight. Should I really like the black sleeves, but she might want the pattern to go over the sleeves, so we'll have to adjust some of these. It was... Wait, oh, there we go. Getting over a cold. I'm still a little bit congested, but I'm doing a lot better. I can mostly breathe again. It's very nice to breathe. That burped. I'm just hanging out working on a character design commish for a friend who really likes to ask me for these characters on commissions. I kind of treat him like a dress-up doll. Where like I'll get the general idea of the character, and then I'll be like, okay, these different faces, hairstyles. I'll try different outfits, and when an outfit is picked out, I'll be like, okay, different color arrangements. Canada's not even in Europe. It is really funny that the French representative was Canadian. I guess she was like Quebecois? Is that what they call themselves? Quebecese? Quebecian? From Quebec? Yeah, Quebecois. Quebecois. The stripes might be a bit too much, but I don't know. You know, like the stripes overload. But also, whatever, this is just an ideas page to be like, hey, here's some ideas. Oh, geez, yeah, go get some food, go rest up. Huh. I said that some of the other people from, like, this. They're representing one country, but they're originally from another country, so it seems like people can just do that, so. That was cool. She'll probably go for one of the more simple designs, but there's stuff like the different color shoes, different colored hands that you might find appealing. Like, I'd expect her to go for one of these two because they're the most simple. Will my hand let me do lines now? So every time I'm in place like sketching and I don't care, everything looks great. The moment I try to make things like crisp, if I want them to be crisp, everything goes to hell. Cookie crisp. Looking up and away at something. I figure. It's like, yeah, if they like live there, then seems good enough to me. I'm gonna give this character thin brows, but maybe heavier toward the middle. I just delete it. In several minutes, my feed the cat alarm is gonna go off, so I'll have to take a quick break and stretch my legs and feed the cat. It's like 10 more minutes. What if they're just thin all the way across? That's fine. Cat, what are you growling at? Uh, I'm gonna put this guy on because no other songs are being recommended, and I don't want to change the window around again. It's not that hard, but
Hello, and welcome to Overthinking Eurovision. I'm Matt Rather. Remember a year ago when we thought the whole Loreen versus Keria rift in the fan base was an unprecedented level of ugliness, and we were looking forward to more positivity in 2024? How young and innocent we were. Let me just say that we have had a great year overthinking Eurovision in 2024. Interacting with our fellow fans, and I can't believe I'm saying this, some of the artists, has been a dream. We've got just 1 or 2 more videos left, so if you want to see us next year, please subscribe to this channel so that the algorithm doesn't forget about us, and you'll see our videos in your feed when we come back for 2025. Okay, let's talk about the final. This channel has long argued that politics has always been a fundamental part of Eurovision. But the other part of Eurovision was that the contest
here.
gave us a shared space that transcended these disputes. Actually, this was the year the contest adopted a permanent motto to reflect that: united by music. But it was also the year that politics loomed so large that it posed an existential threat to the contest itself. And on top of those tensions came the shocking last-minute disqualification of Joost Klein, the representative from the Netherlands.
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit drinking.
In the end, the grand final happened
Joost.
without any disruptive protests
It's
or
Joost.
artist boycotts, but the overall mood was close to open mutiny. Nemo, the winner, told the press conference,
There were a lot of things that didn't seem like it was all about love and unity, and that made me really sad.
Baby
Aw.
Thug, unsurprisingly, was more blunt. All you have to do is look at the headlines from newspapers all around the world to know how this year will be remembered. And that's a shame, because 2024 featured some incredibly talented artists and some amazing songs. So let's talk about those songs, starting with Nemo.
Let me taste the lows and highs.
Jesus Christ.
Eurovision has long been a place where LGBTQ artists could be recognized.
Stage presence, nice.
Dana International became the first trans performer to win the contest in 1998. Conchita Wurst met
Cool.
with the Secretary General of the United Nations in 2014. So when Nemo came out as non-binary in 2023, they seized on Eurovision as a way to raise awareness and acceptance for genderqueer people everywhere.
Hell yeah.
This platform offers a huge opportunity to build bridges between different cultures and generations. That's why it's very important to me, as a genderqueer person, to stand up for the entire LGBTQIA+ community. The Code was not Nemo's first song about being non-binary. In November 2023, they released This Body, which finds them in a pretty bleak mental state. It begins, "If this body was a house, I'd burn it down and build myself a place where I'd feel safe." They call their body a shell that doesn't seem to fit, and it really does seem like they're in a hellish place. Nemo can't even imagine being comfortable in their own skin. And once you have this body in your mind, the Code seems all the more triumphant. This is not a sad lament, this is pure excitement.
I just gave it some time. Now I found paradise.
So
Hell
breaking
yeah.
the code here isn't just identifying as non-binary. Nemo identified as non-binary back when they wrote This Body, and they didn't seem thrilled about it. Breaking the code is learning to embrace that identity and feel comfortable with it. They have moved past merely accepting their identity straight to Lin-Manuel Miranda-ing about it.
Yeah.
That's what makes this staging so brilliant. On one level, this teeter-totter thing is something that's hard to find balance on because it wants to be either one way or the other way. But by the end of the song, Nemo is riding the thing like they're a Cirque du Soleil performer. They have found a way to live fluidly, in a state of flux, and it looks very fun. But there's a deeper meaning in the staging. This is an aggressively physical performance, and I have not been so nervous about a performance
That
since Sweden did
stage.
that treadmill routine back in 2017. And I think that's the point. This is someone singing about learning to love their body while celebrating what that body can do. They have become someone more comfortable in their own skin than I will ever be. And even if you were rooting for a different song, you have to admit that this was the whole package. Vocally stunning, ingeniously staged, deeply personal. Congratulations, Nemo. You earned this trophy. Oops. Okay, I'm sure they have a
It looks
spare
like a
for you.
wild
Feel free to
performance.
take some time to revisit the songs
Wish
we
I could
reviewed
watch
this
the whole
season
thing.
and talk about how they did. We
I'm
began
sure
in
I'll find a
March with a
re-upload
video
later.
called France is Not Trying to Win Eurovision This Year. Now, some people thought that Slimon's fourth place finish proved we were wrong. France actually did come close to winning Eurovision, and if it hadn't been for a vocal crack in his jury performance,
I
who
don't know.
knows what might have happened. But actually, we feel pretty vindicated here. Our argument was that the French broadcaster picked Slimane to get more French people watching Eurovision. And guess what? Eurovision 2024 on French television attracted a 36.8% share. This is the highest television rating Eurovision has gotten in France going back to the year 2000.
Yeah, I guess the
big
French just don't
question
really care
is
about
whether
Eurovision
France can
otherwise.
build on this interest next year to attract great performers and great songs. In other words, will Slimane do for France what Anouk did for the Netherlands? These two results hurt. We confidently predicted that Estonia was going to crush expectations. But I'm not embarrassed. You should be embarrassed, Europe. These boys are kings, and you offer them scraps. But seriously, I'm not exactly sure what went wrong with these songs. For years, there's been Eurovision dogma that people love some
Hold
kind
on,
of folk
baby.
influence or
Gotta
native
feed my cat.
instrument in a Eurovision song. In
Just
recent
finish
years,
these so I don't
Shum,
forget them.
Stefania, and Traina Letsul have used this formula to great effect. In 2024, it didn't work at all. Norway and Estonia got no love. And that makes us wonder whether these folk modern hybrids have become a turnoff for televoters and juries, even if they continue to charm us hardcore Euro fans.
Ugh, just a second. Gotta feed my cat and move around a bit. Maybe grab heckin' snacko. Stretch and posture, check, etc. I don't know, do something. Or don't do anything. I can't tell you what to do. Okay. Oh, hell yeah, it's freaking tea time over there. Oof. It's a good time when it's tea time. I ran out of coconut juice, so I'm just drinking some cool water. Jesus. You know when you start drinking like some nice, simple, cool water, and then apparently you're gonna drown in the water because you just can't stop drinking it. It's like a horrible reflex. Yeah. I'm gonna keep watching this video.
When Fulen failed, people were stunned. Maybe we need to stop being stunned and just admit this style isn't connecting anymore. But that's not to say folk can't work at Eurovision. Look at Armenia. That song surprised us by breaking the top 10, actually beating Sweden on their home turf. And it succeeded by staying as traditional as possible, without attempting to add anything electronic. So maybe there's still a place for folk at Eurovision, but modernized folk is about as trendy as dresses we found in the trash. In any case, Nendest is producer Matt Belinki's most played song of the year, and he was incredibly excited when the Visminust boys watched this video and commented, "Wow." Wow, right back at you, gentlemen. We are so proud of Tali. In our research about her back in February, we got the impression she was a talented but inexperienced performer way out of her element.
Normally, I do like pop indie, kind of like think of Lizzie McAlpine, Maggie Rogers, like that. But this is kind of like this like Latina groove, makes you want to move your hips.
People talked about Baby Lasagna as a Cinderella story, but he'd been a professional musician for more than a decade. He'd even been to Dora before. Tali was a complete newcomer who suddenly found herself handed a Stardust song. But exactly like in the lyrics of Fighter, a little siren voice spoke up within her and said, "Make the braids thicker." And while we complained back in March about the broadcaster not letting her use one of her own songs, it turned out Luxembourg knew what it was doing. 13th place is a great finish for her and for the little duchy that could. And now she's in a great place to promote her own music. So if you were planning to hire Tali to record your commercial voiceovers, you might have to wait a little longer.
Bring your brand into the real world. Get everything you need to launch your business today.
I recently had the pleasure of working on camera with my close personal friend Windows 95 Man in our Apocalypse finale video.
Windows 95?
Windows
What
95.
are you doing here? I heard you were having some IT problems.
So I'm a little biased. But I thought his song was very catchy, very funny, totally heartfelt, and featured some amazing vocals by Henri. I was desperately afraid No Rules wouldn't even qualify for the finals. It not only qualified, it finished a respectable 19th place. By the way, one of the main arguments for why Eurovision needs the juries is because without the juries, novelty songs would dominate and good musicians would stay away. But No Rules earned only 31 points in the televote. I think there's a real argument to be made that the days when the Singing Grannies or Sieben Sieben could come in second place are over. Audiences might still enjoy those songs, but even in a televote-only world, they'd never come close to winning today. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everything would be better if juries were forced, at gunpoint if necessary, to watch our YouTube channel. Marina's song is so interesting, but a lot of its meaning isn't obvious at first. We also don't think her staging did her any favors. Marina had made a big deal about wanting to capture her performance in one continuous shot. We were hoping this meant that she'd walk through the entire arena and end at the stage, sort of a recreation of her famous Matissa music video. But she just kind of, danced. And it was fine, but all the music video's depictions of Greek street life and tourism are lost here. The only thing they kept from the music video are the social media graphics, and those don't really mean much out of context. By the way, the blue shirt tourist guy commented on our video and dropped the bombshell that his character was meant to be Australian, not German, as everyone assumed. This song was a favorite to win for most of the season, and I know many fans were disappointed. But second place is the best finish Croatia has ever had. This is the first time they've broken the top 10 since the year 2000, and they did it with a song Marco wrote by himself in his bedroom.
Hell
Prior
yeah.
to Dora this year, Marco was working as a waiter and in a supermarket. Now, music is going to be his full-time job. And remember, Rim Tim Taki Din was only supposed to be a filler track on an upcoming album. We've only had a small helping of baby lasagna, and we're already hungry for more. Finally, we have to talk about the blue elephant in the room. A couple weeks ago, we produced our longest video essay ever, comparing Ollie Alexander and Joost Klein. And Joost himself showed up in the comments to give us one of the greatest compliments we have ever received.
Aw.
We feel real love for that, Haber. So like many people, Eurovision 2024 is always going to have an asterisk next to it for us because one of its most iconic songs got disqualified. This hurts, especially because Eurovision was a lifelong dream for Joost. He wanted this more than any other
Why did it
artist.
get disqualified?
Mijn ouders denk ik thuis op de bank Eurovisie kijken. En een beetje grootspraak van ooit ga ik daar staan. De hele familie.
It's like, I think he mentioned a couple times that Yoost's song.
But I do think
He
it's
did
important to
Europop,
note
right?
3 things. First, he did get to perform at semifinal 2, and it was an electric moment no one can take away. Secondly, Joost is already benefiting from what we veteran internet types, that means old people, call the Streisand effect. Despite not appearing in the grand final, Europapa is doing huge streaming numbers and climbing the charts all over Europe. This is not the end of our boys' big dreams.
Like,
It's
why did
Joost
it get
the beginning.
disqualified? I
And
can't remember if
finally,
Faber said
there's almost no
why
way
his song
Joost
got
could have actually
disqualified.
won Eurovision. Europapa was never going to be a big hit with the juries. In fact, a Twitter account claims to have figured out that the Netherlands would have received 58 jury points in total, not nearly enough to be a contender. Now, you can take that with a grain of salt, because when the juries voted, Joost had already been suspended, and jurors might have decided to rank him lower because of that. But I just don't see how Europapa was going to take even one of those 12-point jury scores away from Switzerland. If anything, Europapa competing would have resulted in the Code winning with an even greater lead, because Europapa would pull televoting points away from Rim Tim Taki Din. And this might be something to discuss in a future video about jury reform. If the system basically makes it impossible for a song like Europapa to win, maybe that's a problem. So, to close the book on our Ollie Alexander versus Joost Klein fairy tale, I guess Ollie technically won, in the very narrow sense that he received more points in the grand final. But it was a win that involved being the only country that night to receive the dreaded nul point from televoting. I think it's a fair guess that Ollie regrets signing up for this. He was the biggest star to participate in Eurovision in recent memory, and he got shut out by the public. In future years, other pop stars who might be thinking about trying Eurovision mid-career will remember what happened to Ollie and quietly stay away. And you can add that to a very long list of reasons why the biggest loser of Eurovision 2024 was this man. Martin Osterdahl is the executive supervisor of the Eurovision Song Contest, and this should have been the crowning achievement of his career. He's Swedish, and this year, Eurovision returned to Sweden for the 50th anniversary of Waterloo. What's more, in the grand final, Martin was even the subject of his own catchy pop song by a Swedish comedian, Good to Go. But things were not good, and they didn't go according to plan for Martin. First off, Sweden finished in 9th place. That's their second worst result in the last decade. Marcus and Martinez are en route to St. Bartholomew as we speak. And even though this was the big ABBA-versary, apparently ABBA couldn't even be bothered to show up and wait, much less perform. The Swedish broadcaster had to settle for the Avatars, who honestly did not look nearly as realistic as I was led to believe. But most importantly, Martin was the public face of unpopular decision after unpopular decision. And when he appeared on screen to deliver his famous catchphrase, he was absolutely pummeled by boos.
What can you tell us about the results?
Yeah, good evening.
In 1 year's time, he went from the sexy daddy of the ESC to a James Bond villain. Sorry, a Max Anger villain. And perhaps most damningly for Martin, Måns Zelmerlöw was nowhere to be seen. Martin, where's my my man, Måns? So, okay, big picture time. Looking at the top of the scoreboard, I seriously hope Nemo is not as divisive a winner as Loreen was last year. And Baby Lasagna finishing second is still a wonderful Cinderella story for the guy who was only a Dora alternate 6 months ago. But looking at the bottom of the scoreboard, I'm seeing a lot of songs that we loved. Norway, Austria, Slovenia, Spain, Estonia, Finland. Georgia, I know I skipped right over you, but I'm sorry you didn't make my personal Spotify playlist. These were awesome songs.
I forgot Georgia was a country in Europe for a second. It was like the state of Georgia.
Looking right in the middle of the scoreboard, we see something that makes us smile. Isaac told us he's only average, but he is certainly special to the people of Germany. Because after 4 years of finishing 25th or worse, 12th place feels as warm and cozy as a house on fire.
Hey, congrats, man.
That, it's time to reveal the results of the Overthinking Eurovision Awards. 3,264 of you voted. And the artist you most want to take on a fun summer road trip is Joost Klein. Makes total sense. Joost has a song all about traveling around Europe, and we know he needs a vacation. But the runner-up surprised us. It was Lada Niva, the Armenian folk duo. And they actually might be the perfect choice for this award. According to the Eurovision website, the name Lada Niva has been inspired by an off-road retro car brand, symbolizing the band's adventurous spirit and their journey through different cultures and
I
traditions.
want to look theirs up. I like folk
Baby
music.
Lasagna was a close third, but beware, when you travel with him, there's no going back. Whoa, whoa. Next up, the Partners in Crime Award, for the artist you most want in your crew for an Ocean's 11 style heist. Surprisingly, it's Visminust from Estonia. Putting aside the very sus lyrics of their song, Kover posted some TikToks of himself stealing stuff from all the other artists. Look, they're gonna steal stuff no matter what, so you might as well put them to good use. Second place in this category was Bambi Thug, who many of you assumed would use some kind of dark magic to hex the security guards.
Hell
Third
yeah.
place was Windows 95 Man. We know he has no problem breaking the rules, and that he will bust you out of prison if things go south. The Shower Power Award goes to the song you find yourself singing in the shower, whether you want to or not. And the winner is Europapa. There's a reason why everyone sang along with Joost when he performed this in the semifinal. Everyone had been practicing. The number 2 shower song was Rim Tim Tagi Dem, followed closely by The Code. And finally, the Fulen Memorial Award for the song that most deserved a better result. And the voting here was heavily dominated by 2 songs. The top vote getter was Joost, but since he never technically competed in the grand final, I think we should create a new award just for him. So Joost, you are the winner of the inaugural Joost Klein Award, given to someone who was going to compete in Eurovision, but sadly wasn't able to. And I'm also giving one of these awards retroactively to Ovidiu Anton. Where are all my Romanians who are still salty about Ovidiu Anton? Let's take a moment of silence for him. You're still my boy, Ovidiu. But back to the Fulen Memorial Award. With 33% of the vote, the biggest voting injustice of Eurovision 2024 is Gotha from Norway. On paper, this should have been a slam dunk. It was modern, it was traditional, it was dark, it was cool. But it's worth pointing out that last year's Fulen Award went to Lord of the Lost. So that's 2 rock bands in a row with very intense songs that underperformed. Maybe there's a limit to how hard Eurovision will rock.
I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet.
So that's the wrap-up, everyone. But don't worry, we've got one more video coming next week where Belinky will look back at the comments you've been posting and share some corrections, updates, and fun facts. And until then, just remember.
You did it! You destroyed the avatars. These are the names of the brave heroes who successfully deleted the avatars from existence before May 11th. Celebrate them. Teach your children about their great deeds, because you owe them everything. I can see the timeline changing all around me. I don't know what will happen to me now. I suspect that in mere moments I'll forget everything that has happened to me over the past 6 months. But you'll remember. So learn from our mistakes. Don't let the AI get too powerful. Don't let it replace us or control us. Because it's out there, lurking in the digital shadows, waiting for an opportunity to...
Wait, what am I recording for? I can't remember why I started making this video. Oh, well, hey, how about that US presidential election, huh? I can't believe that Kariya would get so many write-ins that he actually won the popular vote, but still didn't win the election. Oh, well, happy holidays. Hey, why am I standing outside the ABBA Museum in Stockholm?
You know when you like draw a hairstyle and you realize it doesn't make any goddamn sense? You're like really annoyed about it. I'm gonna see if my friend notices or cares at all. This one might look a little too Sweeney Todd, I just realized. There's so many mandarin oranges. Rich at mandarin oranges. I should do one that's like full bangs. This one was just kind of in the back. No, because it wouldn't really be too shiny at that angle. I might have a little bit of shine. Kind of show like where it's going. What's the name of this? It's like a condition where you can just like lose color in a patch of hair and just have like a little white patch growing out. But it's not like naturally losing color in the hair with aging. It just like happens in like one little patch. That's what this is supposed to be. So I looked up images of that condition. And it really is like just a little patch of hair growing out of the skull. So I'm trying to base it off that, but I kind of wonder if I'm trying to make it too realistic, because it's supposed to be like a fantasy character. Usually realism doesn't matter too much with these designs. I don't know. Wait, see, this is like... Okay. Alright. Okay, 2 hours, nice. I'm getting like a weird sense for when it has been 2 hours of streaming time. Alright, I was able to work on this a little bit. Listened to some cool music and got to learn some weird info about... before I forget, freaking, I was just disqualified. I was just disqualified. Threatening movement? The Song Festival, which sends next to Eurovision Song Contest, has branded the disqualification of Just Klein. Jost. I have to remember it's Jost. That is so many. Has broken its silence. This was posted a few days ago, so I'm kind of late to it, but they have said the incident which led to Jost being disqualified followed the performer being filled when he had repeatedly indicated that he did not want to be. The statement from the Netherlands Song Festival is a Dutch radio and television broadcaster. Alvaro Trost also found Joost Klein's disqualification disproportionate, explaining why Eurovision refused to Joost in the final on Saturday. Statement read, an incident occurred after last Thursday's performance. Against clearly made agreements, Joost was filmed when he just gotten off stage and had to rush to the green room. At that moment, Joost repeatedly indicated that he did not want to be filmed. This wasn't respected. This led to a threatening movement from Joost toward the camera. Joost did not touch the camera woman. A threatening movement? Did he push his arm out, go away? Or what is a threatening movement? Sure. Finds the penalty very heavy and disproportionate. We stand for good manners. Let there be no misunderstanding about that, but in our view, an exclusion order is not proportional to this incident. Zero tolerance policy towards inappropriate behavior at our event and are committed to providing a safe and secure working environment for all staff. In light of those Joost Klein's behavior, team members deemed in breach of contest rules. what was the threatening movement? What does that mean? Aw, I'm really glad I made it to Eurovision. It's a very strange thing to be disqualified for. Swedish police? The city complained about the production crew. Unlawful threats? Yeah, it says, what is a threatening movement? Like, do they have, like, a video? Like, it was already being filmed without wanting to be filmed, so, like, do we have a video of him, like, pushing the camera away or something? That's so confused. What is a threatening movement? I just want to know. Like, I understand someone making a movement and someone feeling threatened, but also you provoked him? Extremely confusing. I can see why people are super pissed about that. Yeah, there's probably some legal stuff going on, so they have to not let the video get out. That would make sense. Well, I'll probably try to see if I could find more information, because now I have more questions, such as what qualifies as a threatening movement. Okay. I gotta sign off for now. I gotta finish eating the stuff earlier. Yeah, because I'm like, the only threatening movements I could think of are, like, maybe you push, like, you put your camera away, like, put your hand toward the camera, like, get away, or, you know. Or, like, if you, I don't know, pretend you're gonna hit someone, you know, like, you reel back your arm. Which I would have, I don't know, I would have thought was a joke or something, like, stop filming me or I'll punch your camera. But we don't know what kind of threatening movement it was. Really weird how they're keeping it so hush-hush. Anyway. God. Okay, I'm gonna finish my food from earlier, and then I'm gonna try to take a NyQuil and pass out. Oh, I should set an alarm first, after I set an alarm. Because I gotta try to not sleep in too much tomorrow. Alright. Congestion's getting worse. There's that. Because I gotta go blow my nose. Good night for now. Bye-bye.